Assalamu alaikum dear students. This is Department of English, Government Postgraduate College Attic. I am Nasir Ali Shah. Students, we are reading the second chapter of the textbook using the scientific method. In our previous lecture we read that in this chapter we are told that due to the modern discoveries and inventions of science, all the people have benefited greatly from science or from scientific methods. The writer has described different fields of life in which we have got advantage of science, which include maintenance of health, the production and preservation of foods, the construction of our homes, and the improvement in communication and transportation. Moreover, the writer also suggests that he admits that there is still need for improvement, but we can definitely consider our present lives so much or greatly better than those people who lived in this world 100 or even 200 years ago. Under the first heading of the chapter, the writer discusses the advancement or the benefits that have been achieved through the use of science in the field of control of disease, or in other words, we may say in the field of medical science. In this paragraph, we are told, as we discussed in our previous lecture, the writer says that if you had been born 200 years ago, you would have had about 1 chance in 8 of living to be 1 year old. It is very uncertain condition for us to believe. Uncertain means anything which is difficult to believe or unbelievable for us, that those diseases which are considered to be very common or very up to a point, we can say that those diseases which are less harmful and they can be cured easily today, 100 or 200 years ago they were very deadly diseases, and they destroyed the communities, they attacked a lot of people, and due to those diseases many people died, especially young children or especially infants during the first year of their life died. We are told that every 7 babies died, every out of 8, 7 babies died during the first year of their life. Moreover, we read that if a person or if a child was so healthy and strong and he survived the attack of those diseases and he managed to survive due to his or her good health till the age of 12, even then his battle for life was not over. Means his war for life was not over against the diseases. There were certainly many diseases, for example, smallpox, measles, whooping cough, scarlet fever, diphtheria, or even in adult age or in young age, yellow fever, malaria, typhus, cholera, typhoid fever, and even influenza. Students, these are the diseases. Some of them have totally disappeared and they are no more to be found, or these diseases no more attack us in our present age, and some of these diseases even exist today, and even if a person suffers from any of these diseases, he can be cured very easily, because the cure for these diseases has been discovered and modern medicines have been discovered, or modern methods of curing these diseases have been discovered, due to which these diseases are no more considered to be very deadly or dangerous. So we have read already half of this paragraph, and it seemed that life in those years or in that time, life was most uncertain. Uncertain means unlikely or anything which is difficult to believe. Next sentence which we are going to read today is, a person who lived to be more than 30 years of age was indeed fortunate. Fortunate means very lucky. So in those days, a person who lived more than 30 years of age, or any person who reached the age of 30 years, having fought with all these deadly diseases of that time, if he had survived, if he had managed to survive due to his good and strong health, he was considered to be very lucky person or very fortunate person. It is unbelievable that such conditions could have existed so short a time ago. It is very unbelievable for us. It seems difficult for us to believe that such conditions regarding the diseases and their cure could have existed so short a time ago. Short a time means even if we know that the writer is talking about the conditions which were prevalent about 200 years ago in the world, but 200 years ago, though apparently it seems to be a very long time, it seems that the writer is talking about a very long ago, the time which passed very long ago. But while considering the whole history of human life, which consists of thousands or even millions of years, 200 years seems to be a very short period of time. So, only 200 years ago, these conditions existed in which most of the common diseases of today were considered to be very deadly and dangerous diseases, and they attacked most of the people, and many people died due to these diseases. So it seems to us today that it seems almost to us to be unbelievable that such conditions existed so short a time ago. Now here the writer compares those conditions of diseases and their cure which were prevalent or present 200 years ago. Here the writer compares those conditions with the conditions which are present today. Or in other words, we may say that the writer is comparing the past history of medical science with the present age. Now writer tells us, today babies are born in hospitals where there is little likelihood of their getting a disease. Today means in these days, in the present age, generally the baby is born in hospitals, because about 200 years ago or even more time, there were no more hospitals, no more qualified doctors, or no more improved methods of treatment of different diseases were discovered. So today hospitals are available everywhere in all the cities and villages of the world, in every country, and qualified doctors are available, along with medical equipment and different medical equipment and different methods of curing those diseases, and also with the availability of a lot of medicine. So today babies are born in hospitals where there is little likelihood of their getting a disease, because earlier we read in this paragraph that newborn babies were mostly liable to be attacked by these dangerous diseases. But when the babies are born in hospitals, from the very first day of their birth, they get proper medical treatment under the supervision of qualified doctors, along with the qualified technical staff of medical profession, and they are provided every type of cure and medicine. So there is a very little chance of their getting a disease or little possibility of their getting a disease. Young people are treated to protect them against smallpox, diphtheria, and typhoid fever. These are the names of different diseases which were considered to be very dangerous in the past, but today or in these days, young people know about the causes of these diseases and how to prevent themselves or how to protect themselves against these diseases. So young people are also educated to protect themselves against these diseases. Today, a person can expect to live to be almost 70 years old. In other words, we read previously that a person who lived to be 30s of age was considered indeed a lucky person or fortunate person. But here, these conditions, when they are compared with the present improved conditions of medical science, so a person can expect or hope to live to be almost 70 years of age. In other words, more than 30 years have been added to the expected length of a man's life. In other words, we can say that in the past, the life expectancy or average life of a person was considered to be 30s of age, or any person who reached the age of 30 years was considered to be very lucky person. And today a person can easily expect to reach the age of 70 years. So regarding these improved conditions of medical science and health facilities, we can easily determine, or we can say that more than 30 years have been added to the expected length or life expectancy of a person. These changes have been made possible by the use of scientific method to solve such problems as the causes of disease and its prevention. So how these changes have been made possible? That in the past many people died, especially children died in their childhood or even in their first years of their birth. Young people also died when they were attacked by different diseases. Today, due to diseases, the death rate has become very less. Or in other words, due to better hygienic conditions, there is less likelihood or possibility of the people getting these dangerous diseases, or even if they catch these diseases or they are attacked by these diseases, they can be easily cured because of the discovered medicine and the new methods of cure which were discovered by medical science. So these changes have been made possible by science or the use of scientific method to solve such problems as the causes of diseases and its prevention. Remember, students, that causes of diseases are different things and prevention is a different thing. First of all, if a larger community of any society or the people living in a community, they know the causes of diseases, they can certainly protect themselves, or they can have the knowledge about protecting themselves against those diseases. And the other aspect of disease is its prevention. So if the causes of diseases are eliminated, in that case as well, the people wouldn't get those diseases. Or even if the causes are not eliminated and the causes persist to be present in a society or in any environment where diseases spread, on the other hand, its prevention is easily available and its cure is easily available. So in this paragraph, under the heading of better control of disease, we read in this chapter, in this paragraph, that today, in this modern, technically and scientifically advanced age, we people who are living in this present age are better able to cope with the diseases, and we are no more very much afraid of those diseases which were considered to be very dangerous and deadly in the past or in about 200 years ago. Students, we shall continue our reading and explanation of text in our next lecture.